Hello. Thanks for calling Low Value Mail.
Hey,
Hey, how's it going?
uh,
Who am I speaking?
I'm Big Head Slim.
Big Cat Slim. Is that correct?
No, Big Head Slim.
Big
in the
Head.
chat. That's
Oh,
my
Big
chat.
Head Slim in the chat. What's up, dude?
That's right. That's me.
How you doing?
I thought I'd call in. You were talking about Ari's special.
Yes.
Yeah, it was so good. It was so funny that the whole bit about soup I thought was so funny. I laughed so hard at it.
Which part was that? I watched. Actually, I've only seen the first hour. I didn't catch the half hour. Was it at the beginning or in the end? What was the soup?
Well, it's in the middle. I don't want to give it away, but
don't give it away.
I don't want to give it away, but it's really funny. Yeah.
Okay. No, I mean his special. I got to catch the rest of it. I got kind of caught up, but it's like I was dying laughing.
Well, I'll tell you that the first half is kind of religious heavy.
Yeah.
I thought the second half was more funny, honestly. But
really, because I don't know if
Yeah.
just because I'm Jewish, I found it so funny, but I was dying laughing.
and I'm not, but I still thought it was. I just still
All
thought it
right.
was funny.
Well, Big Head Slim, have you ever been scammed?
Of course, and I kind of put this in the comments, so you probably know, but when I was a kid, and this was like 25 years ago, I was just like driving down the street doing my normal thing as a teenager, and I ran into some guys at a convenience store, and they had it's very similar to 2 calls ago, and this is very interesting too. 2 calls ago, the guy was from the Maryland area. This also happened like in Maryland, in Rockville.
Okay.
And these guys were like, "Hey, we have these speakers, and they're stolen. Do you want to buy them?" And I'm like, "Hey, of course I do." And of course they were just cheap knockoffs, and I got ripped off.
Yeah.
But-
So one of my best friends, I remember this because this was when I was in high school, this was also a common scam. You just be in a parking lot of like, and then just like a van would roll up and then just be like, they would open and be like, "Hey, you want to buy some speakers?" And he bought them. And I remember we were like making fun of him, but then he ended up using the speakers for like 6 years or longer. He had them forever.
I did that too.
And
It's
they
a
weren't
pride thing.
terrible speakers. They just probably overpaid for them, but
It's completely a pride thing. It's like, hey, I paid for these speakers. I'm going to use them. And yeah, I totally did.
but like we made fun of them when we bought them, and they're like, "Oh, I guess these aren't actually that crappy of speakers." I guess they probably were, like compared to actually good speakers. That was such a weird scam though, because like I remember them coming up to me. I'm like, I'd be on my lunch break at high school. I'm like, I don't have a car. What am I going to do with these giant speakers right now?
Dude, when I bought them, I was driving my parents' Toyota minivan. So, like, I had plenty of room.
Oh, so you had plenty of room. Yeah. That speaker scam. You know what's interesting too? That must have been like an organized crime thing. Like that can't just be coincidental that there were like all of these people all over North America, likely running this identical scam. Like this must have been a pretty coordinated, like run like a real business.
Now, the year this happened, I would say, if I had to estimate, was 1993.
So the year that my friend bought them would be, I would say, probably 99.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. Well, then it was a successful scam. It ran for a long time.
Oh, I guarantee you. There's scams that, like, random scams, like, like random like side of the road scams where I've heard where people like people will, if they're successful at it, they will like go all over the country. Like they're scammers. And if this scam works one place, it works everywhere, and they'll just, go all around running these scams.
That goes gypsy. I shouldn't say that, but
yeah. No, they're not. They were not gypsies. Gypsies.
These guys that sold to me, they had no accents. They were just normal dudes. But
they just probably get hired from like, being like, hey, you want to, they probably just work on commission, and they're like, hey, they probably just, you want to sell speakers. It's a sales job to them. It's just this weird ass job because the whole thing is you're like, you just approach random people in parking lots. I'm sure it's only men. I can't imagine they make a lot of sales to women.
No. I'd do it. Back then, I would do it.
That's the thing. I don't think what they were doing was illegal.
No, I don't think so. It's like taking advantage of stupid kids. Is
Yeah,
not
it's like
illegal,
you're
so.
just taking advantage of stupid people. But it's like, is it is it immoral? Certainly. You know, if you're misrepresenting these speakers as like some name brand, but they're not. Like they weren't some name brand speaker. They're just like, hey, they're these speakers. They're like, okay.
No, but for me, it was just a lesson learned. Like that prevented me from feature scams. I'll say this: I've probably done like maybe 10-ish real estate transactions,
Yeah.
and I would say I got bent over bad probably on 8 of them. So like,
Okay.
you want to talk about scams? Talk about any real estate transaction, you're getting killed.
Yeah, but was the other party getting killed?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
you're just
'cause
saying
really-
that everybody who has their fucking hands in real estate transactions, that everybody's taking their piece and everybody's
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, you sell houses, you make money. That part was good, but it's like, why do I got to give you $10,000? I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, being a realtor is kind of a scam in and of itself, although it is not the easiest.
It kind of,
Everything.
especially
All
in
the
modern
lawyers
times.
and title and
Yeah,
shit.
you don't-
all that shit.
No, you're basically bleeding. You're bleeding at least 5% of the deal off to real. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting. This is boring.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I
Appreciate
love
you
the show.
calling in.
I really love the Martin Scarelli interview at the top. That was so good, man.
Yeah.
That
I mean, it was
good.
unexpected. It was unexpected.
Yeah,
You
and
never
the
know.
most deaf story too. I love.
Yeah.
I love the show. Take it
Yeah.
easy.
Thanks, buddy. Take care.
Yeah.